Hey y'all, welcome back. As always, I hope that whether it is morning, noon, or evening for you, I hope your day is or has been going well. Welcome back to Authenticity the Hard Way podcast, and I am your host, Asha.zalika, and I am, as always, grateful for your time. You could be somewhere else, listening to someone else, but you have chosen to spend some time with me, and I am ever, ever, ever so grateful. I'm very excited to be recording episode 2 of season 3. What a journey, y'all. And I want to thank you for all of your care, your attention. Thank you for showing up again and again. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Um, and it is absolutely a journey. And as always, this is not, neither the podcast nor the YouTube channel is scripted, not at all. This is real time, I guess you could call it, um, stuff. I have ideas that come to me. Spirit just downloads stuff to me, reminds me of things, and I'm getting better at moving in time with spirit, but it's a process. It's all a journey, it's all a process. Oh, and side note, I'm getting over a cold, so please forgive the raspiness in my voice and my nasally sound. And also, I am trying my hand out, um, or trying my skills with working with the microphone. So I'm trying to get techie, y'all. So bear with me, you know, um, as I learn and as I evolve into higher technology. It's just a microphone, but that's higher technology for me. Anyway, so I where was I going? Yeah, this is there's no scripting. No scripting at all. There's no editing because I am authentic. This is authentic. My experiences are authentic. And whatever comes up during our time together, I am trusting spirit that it's supposed to come up. And so be it. Um, and partly too, because if I get caught up in trying to monitor what I'm saying, or monitor um, the effects and all these things that go into recording and all these things, then I'll lose the inspiration for what I'm speaking about, what I'm sharing. This for me is just as if you were here in my bedroom and you're sitting right there on that side of the bed and I'm sitting where I am. You have your tea, I have my coffee, and we're just talking. Or if we're out walking, on a trail, we're just talking, we're just sharing. That's authentic. And that is the premise, and the foundation of authenticity the hard way. It is the authentic conversation, the authentic communication, the authentic revelations that come through through me to you, um, from spirit, the universe, through me to you, and hopefully into your life and the lives of others. So no editing. This is just me. And what's been on my heart recently, as I have, I guess you would say, evolved into a higher level of dedication, um, to this heart's desire of mine, my heart's desire and my soul's passion. um, the podcast and the YouTube, my dedication to be more present and to, and it's not, I pay attention to the social media world and um, the the focus on producing more content. That if if you're going to be in this arena, I guess you call it, or on these platforms, it's all about producing content. And I understand that, but I was struggling, and one of the reasons why I backed off last year is because I was struggling with trying to produce content so that so that my voice could be heard, so that authenticity, the hard way, could reach people. But in trying in focusing on producing content, I got caught up in that, and it became like a whirlwind of um, mental busyness, I guess you could say, which took away from, which dampened my passion for doing this, which dampened my inspiration for doing this. So now that I have returned with a totally different perspective. If I only sit with you one time a week, whether it's on the podcast or whether it's on the YouTube, I would rather have that one time with you, focused, passionate, engaged in our time together. Just one time. That means more than me trying to have a set number of episodes or a set number of videos that I must um, create and publish to before you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I just got tangled up in my words. One quality, connected union, whatever you want to call it, one time with you, purposeful, intentional, as opposed to 10 times a week or 5 times a week of just trying to get content out for numbers or whatever. That's wrong for me. I can't do that. I won't do that. If I'm not moved to share with you, I'm not going to make up something and just put it out there. No, that's not me. That's not this platform. That I won't do that. So I am vehemently I am very focused and very um, zoned in on staying on trying different approaches to be more engaged and more present authentically, not socially, if that makes sense. Um, so I've been reading. Y'all listen. I even got a book. I ordered a book off of Amazon. It's called Mastering YouTube. Um, the first part of it is just for people who are just viewers and just want a better experience, and then the second part is for people who create content. And so I'm learning. I'm learning. This is a process for me. It's a learning process. It's a part of my evolution, um, and my transformation. So I'm learning techniques. I'm learning how to work with the different things, editing stuff. I'm learning self taught. That's all I know. So And I've also made the the um, what's the word I want? I've also made the decision to become more centered and more grounded within myself and focused on receiving from spirit. More focused than I've ever been, because I do receive. I channel. I'm a conduit and I channel all the time. But my focus and my intent now is to have myself in a place where I can receive and instantly be able to to give. I don't think that's the right way to say that. What I'm trying to say is that I've learned that when inspiration hits, when ideas come, and when I'm moved into an idea or an experience comes back to me, to stop and record in that moment and save it and then upload it when I have the chance. So for me, this is becoming more ingrained in my actual life experience, to where I've seen, people. When I go out, I pay attention to people, and I see people stop and pull out their phones and they start talking into their phone. You know what I'm saying? And I do this as a writer. So if an idea comes to me, I keep a journal or a piece of paper and a pen, something with me when I go out, so that if an idea comes for a piece that I want to write, then I can jot down the notes and I have it instantly. Or I have the notes in my phone and I could just speak it into the phone and then I have that. Well, duh, Asha. Do the same thing for this, because life is an experience. And everywhere I go, everywhere I am, it is an experience. So I'm saying all that to say that I have made the promise and the decision and the dedication to incorporate the podcast and the YouTube more into my actual daily living, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because I'm very excited about it. And I feel, and I believe I will do um, a YouTube video about the year of the fire horse and all that is coming up for us in 2026. Um, that's really been coming up within my spirit. The fire horse, and Aries is fire, and my life has transformed and changed so much that I see myself standing on the precipice of great transformation and change in my life, pushing me forward into all that God has for me to become. So that being said, um, yeah, and I want to encourage you to take a step back, pan out on your life, and see yourself where you are now, where you have been, the journey up to this point, and see all the transformations that you have made. No judgment. I said see, witness. Don't judge. Just see all of the transformation that you have, that has taken place in your life up to this moment. And then on the other side, I want you to look forward and see what you want to do, what you want to create, how you want your life to be going forward. On one side, let's say on your left hand, you have the transformation that has taken place in your past up to this point, and in your right hand, you have all that you want to do going forward. Take all of the transformative power that got you to this point in your life in your left hand and merge it into what you want your future to look like. And your future is the moment right after this one, and it's tomorrow, and it's the next hour, and it's your tomorrow, and it's your next month going forward. But transformation begins now. So take that transformative power that got you here and merge it into where you want to go. And you meditate on that. You sit and see yourself exactly how you want to be. The totality of your life, your relationships, your job, or your income, how you want that to change. Everything in your life, envision that and sit with it for a while. And just sit with that. Come back to it. Get the vision in your head. Get the vision in your mind. Get the vision in your spirit, in your soul, deep within your heart. And when you have it and you get excited about it, the point of this exercise, I guess you could call it, is to build up excitement about that. Get the goosebumps about it. Get that smile on your face when you see yourself living the life that you want to live. And once you have that high level of amazing energy, that's when you begin to create. And from that space of excitement and joy, then you begin to map out the ways in which you can get there. And that, I wanted to give that to you because that is how I got here. This moment is because I saw it. I thought about it. I dreamt about it. I saw myself sitting, speaking for years. For years. And I didn't let it go. I didn't let it go. I kept pouring into it even when I didn't have a dime, even when I didn't know where I was going to end up. Down through all the years, I held on to it. And now here we are. Here we are. Me and you. You were part of my vision that I didn't let go of. That gives me goosebumps. That brings tears to my eyes because I did it. And because I did it, honey, you can do it too. And it's an amazing feeling when you take the time to sit back and look over your life and see the progress that you have made. So often we sit back and we see where we messed up in this and how we let this go and we shouldn't have, or how we really should not have gotten into that relationship, and all this, the quote unquote bad stuff we have been conditioned to focus on. And that's wrong. That's backwards. Right? So if we sit and, once again, authenticity the hard way is about that bad stuff. Don't get me wrong. This is what I talk about. It's those bad, quote unquote, bad decisions and the hard experiences. Sorry about that. The hard experiences. But if it wasn't for those quote unquote bad decisions, and if it wasn't for the harsh experiences, who wouldn't be here now? So it's important, yes, it is very important to remember the bad decisions, quote unquote. Remember the harsh experiences because that was the pruning ground. That is what moved us. Those things are what jarred us and made us turn around and be like, okay, that didn't work, but it did. Because on the flip side of that is the progress that those experiences bring. And if it was not for me progressing through all of that stuff, I would not have manifested this moment right now. I hope that makes sense. So when you've done your panning out and looked over your past and merged it with that transformative energy, merged it with where you want to go, give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself some honor because you have gained strength. You have gained power. Power comes to you. And I mean, we already have. We are already powerful beings because we are fractals of the Most High, of the universe, of God, however you want to term it. We are a part of that power. And we gain, we become more powerful through those hard experiences, through the falling, through the loss, through the fear. We gain wisdom, knowledge, higher perspective, resilience, courage, determination. That is power. That is power. So remember, the saying, remember where you came from? Yeah, remember where you came from. And take that memory, what you're remembering, and put it into where you want to go. And then map it out and go for it. That is not at all what I was thinking about when I sat to do this. But like I said, spirit led. That's what authenticity is all about. That just came to me, and because I'm using it, I'm doing it. I am daily. I sit and I see where I want to go. I see it, and I add color every day. I add color to it, and I smile about it, and I get excited about it. I get excited when I think about the podcast and the guests that are coming. I get excited when I think about the YouTube channel and the guests that are coming there, and all of the people that are joining. Social media calls it subscribing. I say joining this journey, joining this experience. Um, that gets me excited. And it's the excitement and the happiness and the joy and the expectation that pushes these ideas into manifestation. Okay, now what I want to share with you, but it fits in perfectly, it fits in wonderfully. When you have a goal and you have your mindset that you want to accomplish something, that burning desire that's within you to create something, it is vitally important that we understand that those things, those sparks, those um, ideas, the passions that we have, is not just for ourselves. It's for those that are along the same trajectory that we are on. I did a short or a reel on Instagram that I'm going to, oh, I can't do that on here. But anyway, I did a reel on Instagram, and it was going into how I um, was outsourcing my energy. I was focusing more on showing up and being present for other people projects, which was taking away from my own. It was draining me of the energy that I should have been putting into authenticity the hard way. And as I was doing that reel, the thought came to me is that in all of my time of putting my energy into someone else's goals, someone else's projects, I was taking away from my own, and that there is someone somewhere waiting for me to produce what I'm supposed to be producing, which is for them. I hope that makes sense. And I suspect that the next episode will be about outsourcing our energy. Thank you, Spirit. Um, but in a nutshell, down through the years of doing the podcast, I I was just being obedient to Spirit and just speaking just like I am now, with no intention except to give and share my experience. No followers, very limited. I was just doing it, and I might get one episode download here or one here, sporadic. But I kept showing up. I kept showing up. I kept showing up. I started the podcast in 2023 and just kept showing up. Downloading. I use Spreaker podcast, and I would just download, do the episodes and put them on there. And I was learning how to promote and learning how to get my stuff out there. Um, but I was more focused on just sharing, just making sure that every day I could get up and I would share something, because my whole intent was, and is to help someone else along the line. My hope is that somebody would hear what I went through and be encouraged to continue moving forward through what they're growing through. And one day, on actually the exact day, it's February 18th, 2025. Now, mind you, I started the podcast in 2023. But on the morning of February 18th, it's actually 8:36 in the morning. I was checking my email, and I got an email from a young lady. I will not say her name. That's her business. But I want to share this with you because she was waiting down along the line of authenticity the hard way. She was waiting. And this is what I'm saying, sweetheart. You don't know who's sitting back waiting for what you have to offer. So here's the email. Good morning, Miss Asha. I am 25 years old. I saw your Instagram page and since then been listening to your podcast, Authenticity the Hard Way. As a caregiver myself, who has been taking care of individuals with intellectual disabilities Since I was 18 years old, I find your podcast to be very relatable. I am grateful for your vulnerable vulnerability and overall willingness to tell your raw truth. I am proud of you for following your calling because people like myself do need you. Lots of love. Continue to be authentic. Okay, I'm about to cry again. I just sat and I just cried when I got that because that was a marker for me that yes, I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And for her journey to meet up with my journey at the appointed time for it means that I'm on the right path. And that is pivotal. Excuse me, I'm crying. That's pivotal for me and should be pivotal for you. Whatever it is that you have been called to do, understand that the calling is in place because someone will answer. It's just like when someone calls you on the phone. They're calling to get in touch with you and you answer. Our callings are for those people who will answer down the line. She answered. She received. She saw it at her appointed time. All I had to do was keep showing up. What if I stopped? What if I got discouraged? What if I threw it all away? What would have happened? Of course, hopefully, I would not hope that someone else would have shown up for her. But that someone else was not me. I was chosen to meet her along her journey. Do you understand what I'm saying? The gifts that you have, honey, the talents, the gifts, the inspirations, the ideas that you have are not for yourself alone. But there is somebody out there waiting for you to bring to them what they need that only you can give. Only you can give. So don't give up. Even though you go through a dry season and it feels like nothing is happening, keep showing up. Keep pouring in to that vision. Keep working on that song. Keep working on that poem. Keep working on that invention. Keep working. Keep pouring into it. Keep envisioning. Keep on giving your all into it because at some point it will meet its mark. It will blossom and bloom wherever it has been chosen to blossom and bloom. Just don't give up. Somebody needs you. Somebody needs you. Thank you. Just remember that. Somebody needs you. Somebody needs what you have to offer. I am so grateful for this moment right now. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for showing up for me. And I will continue showing up for you. I hope this message encourages you and lifts you up, steadies you, and gives you some loving nudges to keep going forward. Um, you can reach me if you want to reach out. My email is revelations with the Z, HET at gmail.com. I will put it in the description for this episode and in future episodes. I appreciate your communication. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. And as always, remember, I love you.